We love to see you. We love to see you every year. We want to know that you're doing okay. Once you graduate from Ellis, that doesn't mean that that's it, that you're no longer a part of us. You're a part of us forever.
Students, they need a village to help them, to uplift them, to take them step by step.
I love knowing that my community is better off because of the work that I do.
The level of effort and love that it takes to take care of our young people, that is what I feel Mission brings to, our school.
It really does take everyone to make a difference. I'm a New Yorker by birth and by choice, and attended New York City public schools growing up, and had such a wonderful formative experience in ensuring that I had the sort of resources and support to know that I could achieve and do well in life.
I'm first generation American. My family immigrated from Cuba in 1961. I went to kindergarten not speaking English, and it was hard. It was hard those first few years, and didn't have the resources that we have now through organizations like Mission Society.
I spent some time in Dominican Republic, so I was a student over there for a year during kinder, and it really set me back when I came back to the US. Something was missing, like resources were missing. So flash forward to college, I actually ended up being an EOP, and then resources were being given to me. So I started realizing that that was a line of work that needed more help, and I was also passionate about.
I had a difficult time in school. I didn't feel like I had that support. I found out about this role and that, you help the student throughout their whole academic journey. Like in high school, this is, a second chance. I was drawn to it right away. And that's why I wanted to do it, because I wanted to be the person that I wanted to have when I was in high school.
I have been able to do what I'm doing now professionally because of all the education I've been blessed with. I was the first member of my family to go to college. As a result, education has been a critical part of my life, and I've instilled that in my children as well.
I'm so proud of the connection that Mission Society has made to support teaching and learning for students beyond the school day. 85% of the achievement gap is often attributed to what's called the summer slide. Since COVID, again, it's been called the COVID slide, and we talk about ongoing learning loss. So young people have been struggling to get the time that's needed. Rather than learning loss, I think we ought to talk about time loss on instruction and learning. And so the program that Mission Society runs, called Power Academy, is particularly focused on giving students access to materials and mentorship and support that they need to make up for that lost instructional time.
But I just got done building a bridge out of toothpicks, paper clips, and string with 4 very talented young ladies, the future engineers and architects. We built the bridge together out of almost nothing. But it really instills in them a sense of teamwork and instills in them a sense of what's possible, even when you've been given nothing to work with. And it's those types of programs and that creativity and that innovation that Mission brings to our curriculum, and using things like the Power Academy, that's just so important.
2/3 of young people are reading below grade level. We talk a lot about intervention. What can we do to change and make a difference once a student starts to struggle? I think the programming that's most important is what we can do with our youngest learners as a prevention program before we need to intervene. Let's take that first step and make sure that they have what they need while they're young.
One of the ways that Mission helps children is having adults that show that they really believe that you are capable of learning.
We plant the seed, we're farmers. We see that student that, has come through many different experiences. If they walk into a regular enrollment center, they're oh, you know what? All those years you did back in your country don't count here, then you have to just do a GED. Ellis opens those doors and say that's not your future.
Part of what we do here at the Mission Society, where so many of the kids we work with are seeking English as a second language, that's a big part of what Mission does and what resonates with me.
My favorite program that Mission Society offers is college and career work, just helping the students to understand it and also even their parents. It's invaluable because they also spread the word. I know so many students, they're like, yeah, my cousin told me about the school and she's in college because of that school.
We're here to support the student body, to provide them with opportunities, counseling, you name it, we do our best to provide it.
The work is just so critical. This is the start of workforce development. It's the start of economic development, to be able to work with 3rd, 4th, 5th graders and be able to teach them that there is a path to and through high school, onto higher education, to be able to expose them that there are careers that are broader, that are more complex than what they may be currently exposed to in their day-to-day lives.
Education is the key to ending multi-generational poverty, in my mind, and enhancing students' self-esteem and empowering them as learners is, I think, key to our future and theirs.
I have a few alumni. One of them told me, Miss Norma, I just bought a house. She was from the graduating class of 2012. She wasn't even born here. And in less than a generation of her not being born here, she owns property. That is what being in the school and being educated and having the wraparound services that Mission provides accomplishes. It cuts the amount of time that any given generation has to be in a position where they're not in the middle class.
The various different internships that we have for students, they're able to go out and see that, wait a minute, I can work in a hospital, I like kids, maybe I want to be an educator. It shows them their future.
I think all too often we think it's just about skills, but we talk a lot about social emotional learning, right? What's the human connection? How do we make sure that young people know they're supported wherever they go, and that from the lunch person to the crossing guard to the classroom teacher, that we all can make a difference in, giving them the right sort of message. Again, you're smart, you can learn, you can do well, and you hear that enough, you begin to believe it and achieve it.
It's taught me to, depend on everyone else a little bit more, but also I love the fact that our students now depend on us and their communities are much more richer because of the work that we do.
I believe in Mission Society because they believe in the people that they serve.
I believe deeply in the work of Mission Society, and I've been inspired to invest personally because I know how important it is to ensure that young people have the support that they need to become successful.
I look at missions as a gift. It's a gift. And the fact that they love what they do, that's even more of a gift, and it's not a job. they see this as a mission in partnership with the school to make sure that they succeed.
I believe that it's important to support organizations like Mission Society because while our work isn't in your face, it is what works behind the scenes and what makes students like me, students that don't have the support and don't have the resources, come ahead and make those strides that our parents came here for. Make sure that our futures are bright, make sure that we're reaching that next income bracket. Our students really go out there and they make impact.
We can't do it by ourselves. Mission Society is a not-for-profit, and we need help. We need help from federal, state, and local resources to continue to do what this organization's been doing for over 200 years.
Each of us has a moral responsibility to invest and make a difference in the lives of young people. Those of us that have been fortunate enough to have the support of a community and great teachers, it's our turn now that we're in a position to make a difference to ensure that we put our energies into giving back. And the Mission Society has spent now 200 plus years entirely focused on making that positive shift to ensure that everyone has a chance, that we leverage our choice to make a difference in ways that are productive for our society and for young people everywhere.